A very good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to geography class. In this class, we will learn about mineral resources. Yes, according to the syllabus, you will have to learn only the 4 types of mineral resources which are available: iron ore, manganese, copper, bauxite, their uses and their distribution. But the definition of minerals and metallic, the types of minerals and their characteristics, just you can have a glance, my dear. Here, what is the definition of minerals? Minerals are natural substances of organic or inorganic origin with definite chemical and physical properties. Definition you will have to learn. And what are the types of minerals based on their physical and chemical properties? They are derived into 2 types: metallic and non-metallic. Metallic minerals are the sources of metals like iron, copper, gold, etc. Again, these metallic minerals are derived into 2 categories, that is ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Ferrous, in the word itself there is a definition, there is meaning. Ferrous means which contains iron content, like example iron content, iron ore, whereas non-ferrous means which do not have iron content like copper, bauxite, etc. Definition of minerals. And metallic means which are the sources of metals, and again metallic minerals derived as 2 types: ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous means which contain more iron content, and non-ferrous which do not contain iron content. Next, non-metallic means they are either organic or inorganic in origin. Organic non-metallic minerals include fossil fuels or mineral fuels, whereas which are derived from the buried plants and animal life, such as coal and petroleum. The inorganic non-metallic minerals are mica, limestone, graphite, etc. This you know the definition, types, and again their subdivisions you learn, my dear students. Characteristics. 3 characteristics. Minerals are not evenly distributed over space. Second one, they have inverse relationship in quantity and quality. That means the minerals which are available, which have less quality, they are more available. The minerals which have more best quality, they are less in availability, less in quantity. In this way. Next, they are exhaustible over time. That means they take long time to develop geologically. So, it cannot be replenished immediately whenever we need it. So, it is our duty to conserve the mineral resources. Next, we will move on to the important concept, iron ore and other mineral resources. Next, we will move on to the important mineral, iron ore. Iron ore is one of the most widely distributed minerals found in the Earth's crust. It forms the backbone of modern civilization and the foundation of our basic industry. You have already studied in previous classes, iron industry is the basic industry to other industries, right? So, for example, we need some machines to produce the goods in certain things in industry. With the help of the goods, we can produce more and more at a time, more goods, right? So, these machines are made up of iron and steel, right? So, this, so that we can say that iron industry is the basic industry. So, it is the backbone of modern civilization. As you know that in the previous classes, civilization has been started with the use of iron, and as well as it is also basic industry for other industries. India is fairly rich in iron deposits, and some amount of iron is found in practically all parts of the country. India is the largest producer of iron in the Asian continent and is one of the largest iron producing countries in the world. The iron ore deposits in India occur as hill masses and are easily accessible. Please underline this point. The iron ore deposits in India occur as hill masses and are easily accessible. They are found in close proximity to the areas producing coal, dolomite, limestone and manganese. Therefore, they are well utilized in several iron and steel plants. So now, 3 types of varieties of types or varieties of iron ore which is found in India: hematite, magnetite and limonite. Once again, 3 types of based on the content of iron. The iron ore deposits have been divided as three varieties, that is hematite, magnetite and limonite, because based on the content of iron, right? Here hematite, it is a reddish in color and is also known as red ore. Once again, hematite is reddish in color and it is also, that is, it's also called as iron ore, sorry, red ore. It contains 60 to 70% of pure iron and is found in Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka and Maharashtra. My dear students, when you are learning for the examination purpose, name of the variety of iron as well as what is the another name it is called, why does it called also, and as well as how much iron content is it contains, and you can learn the names of the states in North India, one name of the state, as well as in South India, one name of the state. You please remember. If you learn, that much is enough. Sometimes question can be asked, name the place in North India where the type of hematite is available. North India means you will have to write the name of one state in North India, or if it is specifically mentioned in South India means you will have to write in South, name of the state which is located in South. So in this way, one state's name in North and one state's name in South, you please learn for every concept. Next, magnetite. It is dark brown to blackish in color and is therefore known as black ore. Next, it is the best quality of iron and contains more than 70% of iron. Once again, it contains more than 70% of iron. That is why it is known. It is the best quality of iron, iron ore deposit. Since it possesses magnetic property, it is called magnetite. It is found in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Next, limonite. It is yellow or light brown in color and contains just 35 to 50% of iron. It occurs in the ironstone group in the Raniganj coal field. It is also found in Garhwal, Uttar Pradesh and Mijapur district in UP and the Kangra Valley in Himachal Pradesh. Yes, uses of iron ore. My dear students, in general, if question has been asked as what are the uses of iron ore, you can mention any 2 or 3 uses of iron ore which have been mentioned below, any 2 or 3 commonly in general. If specifically if it is questioned like particular type of iron ore, how it is used means you will have to mention only the particular use, how it is used. Now we will see what are the uses of iron ores. About 90% of iron ore is used to make steel. This we know very well. 90% of iron ore is used to make steel. Raw iron, first one, raw iron by itself is not as strong as hard as needed for construction and other purposes. So it is alloyed with other elements to strengthen and harden it, making it useful of construction, automobiles and other forms of transportation such as trucks, trains and train tracks. So raw iron by alloying with other elements, it can be used for the construction purpose as well as automobile and transportation purpose. Raw iron by alloying with other elements. Now second type of iron ore, powdered iron. Powdered iron is used in manufacturing metallurgy products, magnets, high frequency cores, auto parts and catalysts. Next, radioactive iron is used in medicine and it is used in medicine as tracer element and in biochemical and metallurgical research. Next, iron blue is used in paints, printing, inks, plastics, cosmetics, etc. Eyeshadow, artist colors, iron blue is used. Next, in black iron oxide is used as pigment in polishing compounds, metallurgy, medicine and magnetic inks. So if specifically particular type of iron ore, how is it is used, if it has been asked, you will have to write only that particular use. In general, if it is asked, give any 3 uses of iron ore, you can mention any 3 types of uses, 3 uses of iron ore. Next, where it has been distributed. Iron ore deposits in India. The main iron ore deposits areas in India are, my dear students, whatever is mentioned, the order which is given in your textbook, it belongs to, it starts the first place. It occupies, for example, here Chhattisgarh occupies the first position in iron ore deposits, followed by Jharkhand, Odisha, Karnataka. It follows like that. So you will have to learn in that way, and as well as in each state, in which district, any one or two district names you please learn for the examination purpose. Name of the state and each state question can be asked. The important areas name one or two important areas in Chhattisgarh district where iron ore deposits are found. So you will have to learn the names of the districts. At least districts or places, your wish. Maximum it may be asked at least two names of either places or districts in particular state. So in Chhattisgarh, the important areas are Bailadila in Dantewada district and Durg district. Bailadila in Dantewada district and Durg district. These deposits are supplied to the iron and steel factory at Bhilai. Next, followed by Jharkhand state. A large deposit of iron ore has been found at Cheria in Singhbhum district of Jharkhand. Singhbhum and Palamyo are the important districts in Jharkhand. Next, followed by Odisha. The iron ore deposits in Odisha belong to the hematite variety containing 55 to 68% iron content. As we have discussed the first variety of hematite, Keonjhar, Mayurbhanj, Sambalpur, Sundargarh, Cuttack, then Koraput, etc. have iron ore deposits in Odisha. Especially important point, the last sentence is very important, my dear. The steel plants located at Asanol, Bakaro, Durgapur, Jamshedpur and Rourkela receive their supplies of iron ore from these deposits in Odisha. Question can be asked that from where do the steel plants which are located Bokaro or Durgapur, any name of the steel plant can be mentioned, and from where do they get the iron ore, from which deposits these steel plants get their iron ore. So you will have to mention it is from deposits of Odisha. Iron ore deposits in Odisha, they receive their iron ores. Next, Karnataka. It has large reserves of magnetite and hematite. Babu Budan Hills in Chikmagalur district, Bellary and Hospet districts, as well as Shimoga and Chitradurga districts in Karnataka are important areas for iron ores. Very importantly, Babu Budan Hills in Chikmagalur district, you please note down. And very important concept, that is Kudremukh in Chikmagalur district, which means horse mouth. It is nothing but the area, the place where iron ore deposits is located. It looks like a shape of horse mouth. That is why it is called as Kudremukh. In Kannada, Kudremukh means it is horse mouth. So these deposits have been estimated. They have around 1000 million tons of iron ore deposits. These deposits provide raw materials for the Bhadravati Iron Works in Karnataka. So from where do the Bhadravati Iron Works receive their iron ore? Question can be asked. They receive their iron ore from the Kudremukh iron ore deposits in Chikmagalur district. Next, Goa has vast deposits of iron ore. It supplies iron for domestic use as well as for export also. However, the iron ore of Goa is of inferior limonite and siderite variety. Limonite inferior means which has a very less content of iron. The third category of less content of iron which contains. Please do learn, my dear students, as well as the rest of the states, names of the states, and at least one or two districts in particular state you have to learn. As I have mentioned, in the north one or two states and their with their districts, as well as in south one or two states and with their districts, you will have to learn for the examination purpose. Rest of the three we will learn in the next class.